Hello, my name is Rod Kowicki. I am a book author, writer. My hobby is, even though I do have some college, it is in advanced physics. Some years ago, actually, a long time before that, I was interested in why somebody cannot travel faster than light. And through these years, I have did a lot of research. I've written 4 books on why fast and light speed space travel is possible just based on vacuum. I discovered that Einstein's theory is based on gravity. You know, Doppler effect. Let me see. What do they call it? Inertia. Basically, everything. Time dilation. They're all based on effects in a gravity state. And what he did is took that state and formulated a theory that nothing can travel faster than the speed of light. But if you notice in his equation, it says E equals m0 c over v square, which means m0 allows the speed of light of a small particle, like in a particle accelerator on Earth, so small that it could travel almost to the speed of light, compared to a large object like a mass in free fall affected by gravity cannot. And those same equations are what he based MOE equals MO in space can travel to the speed of light. But we know everything made of material or has a shell around it and is hard, has mass. Well, M0 in space is just that, a vacuum, zero. And that's what he based his idea on. The only thing is, you take a ship, let's say, and you put it in space, and it has zero mass because it's not affected by gravity. Now, scientists are trying so hard to find out why, yes, it does have gravity, and all these time dilation, inertia, friction, and all that stuff do apply into space. And that's as fast as you can travel. But they don't. That's just the problem, they don't. And my other couple books that I've written show that they don't, and why they don't, and why time dilation and all those effects do not work while a body is in space. Einstein's theory is based on E, energy, the intervention simultaneous of all energy all through the universe in connection to each other. The only thing is, it's not that way. Similar matter repels each other. Energy and gravity are based on the center of mass. Everything goes in towards the mass, and not in the opposite direction, which is between the planets. But anyways, that's near here or there. His first book, written in 1905, was called Special Relativity. It was based on you can't travel faster than the speed of light, and if you could, these things, time dilation and all these things would happen. Now then you say, well, there is a difference between a clock on Earth and a clock in space. There's a difference between a travel navigator, to line up everything that exists in that window, between, for time itself, rather than just the images to line up in a navigation system, you know. But that all can be based on, the energy in a field and an energy in a non-field, which is space. But Einstein's math does incredible things to the scientific mind. But what he did was created a universe in a box. And my idea is I don't like being in a box, so I researched his work and discovered that, his blunder with Edwin Hubble, on Hubble theory, that the universe is expanding, shows that space is traveling faster than the speed of light. And if that's, he even got, it's like 42.3 miles a second, which isn't a lot, but it's enough to show that light is not interwoven with space, and space and time are not the same thing. And special relativity actually says that they are the same thing without gravity. That's why gravity and the speed of light, is a box, because you can't go faster than travel than that. You can't produce enough energy to go faster than that. You can't do anything faster than the speed of light. Well, the idea is that space, which is gravity, is expanding, means light is left behind. Well, they're not interwoven, they're not connected. And if space is what measures time, then time is only connected to those things that have energy. But there are different aspects of that. The information has to be through an energy source that works simultaneous. Waves going up and down, even so, going alpha forward and beta backwards, sending information back and forth at the speed of light. So anything faster than the speed of light, the information ain't traveling. It ain't going to tell you what's going to happen in the future. Well, relativity says that that's the limit. That's how how we know that we can predict the future, because we are interconnected in this way with energy. And now we know we're not. But science doesn't resolve these questions in relativity. Even gravity. Is there gravity in space? I'm beginning to think that there is, and there's a way to decipher it. And I wrote a draft on that. How to decipher how gravity works in space, And especially when you're traveling at speeds that are close to the speed of light, or even faster. Now that we know that space is traveling, which is gravity, is traveling faster than light, then we can travel faster than light. And we don't need no hoops. We don't need no wand with a bunch of energy, We can just zoom, go. And I explain all the differences why it's possible in my next book, which is going to be a PFD file made into an e-book. I do have other books out that venture and explain why these barriers that Einstein put us in a box with don't actually exist, And they only exist because we're here on this planet. And if each planet was like our planet, then they are all basically work the same way. But that space in between, venturing between these planets and galaxies and everything, it isn't there. There's nothing there. It's empty space. You can say, well, there's energy intervening all over. We just found out this gravity is traveling faster. So information is fixed at the speed of light, which the universe no more is in a box. We don't have to comply to those laws that say that we're in a box. We can't go any faster than that. When we know now that we can for sure, but nobody has really written a theory. They're all but Einstein says this. Weinstein. There's a whole bunch of stuff, like gravity on Earth, 93,000 miles a second because of gravity, but suddenly there's no gravity, we can go out in 86. Now suddenly space and light aren't equal, we're not in that box, so now we can travel faster than light, and we don't have to bend space and do all these things. Makes the universe a different place. How does gravity work in space? Einstein had a pretty good theory, but I think it's a little bit different than that. And that's the reason we haven't found any, quote, gravity waves. We ain't going to find them because they're traveling faster than light, right? Indubitably. And if they are, they're more infinitesimal. And the space inside in the middle of a galaxy compared to the space outside the galaxy compared to the space outside the universe are three different columns or densities of space, And how was the universe born? You should read my next book I got coming up. It's all theoretical. I have all the ideas. I read probably at least half the books, but you got to understand a person that reads the LA Times only reads about 45 minutes of it. The rest is a lot. So if I read 50% of the LA Times in this research, then I got a lot of stuff under my sleeve, What's the universe look like? The universe is still in motion. If it's still in motion, and it started out with a Big Bang, which I don't think it did, I think it was more of a collapse, then the events of the bang or the collapse are still going through their motions. So life and space and the worlds as we know it will continue to do what they're doing as long as it stays in motion. Once the space is not in motion, what will happen then? Then time will catch up with space and we'll be in a box. Anyways, my name is Rod Kowicki, and I just wanted to let you know I have a couple other books out there. You should check it out if you're interested. I wrote a lot of pages. My next book is like 250, 300 pages, But inflation, all that stuff, I got it bottled up into a new theory, a new universe, a new story. The universe is still alive. It's in movement. Thank you very much. Have a good day.